Hello? Oh, we're live. Crack myself up. Oh, InShalla and Ashe. Super funny. I am live now. Looks like it's working. And welcome to a delayed daily snippet. I am Tonya D, holistic Sha'medium and subtle energetic surgeon. I should do a show just about that. But it's November 18, and we're on the prelude or the pre-eclipse to a lunar full moon. Super exciting. And as we rise to the occasion of this full moon lunar eclipse, the juice truly is on. And we really want to get it into the flow. So it's the twist in the field or the files of protecting what we value the most, or valuing what we are protecting. Could be ourselves, a project, things that we were once tied to, the ball and chain. They're being reestablished or literally cut off. Cord cutting, cords, bindings, those kinds of things, and more. So we're in the stage of preparation, the pre-prep of the inner and also the outer worlds. So we really want to create a field of what we wish to bring into the future. That movie screen, embrace those inner values, the values that we have inside of ourselves. I'm super stoked about performing my moon rituals and adding the juice and some extra sauce. Spiritual values, trusting your values, relationship values, values of safety, security, your character, your friendships, long-term ones. So the elemental energy, which tonight I'm thinking I might just go live at midnight or shortly after, when the day energy shifts, or kind of look at where the energy of this lunar moon is on the hour. I haven't decided yet, so I'll keep you posted. But the elemental energy, we have this young metal horse, a Geng WU. But the horse brings the energy of fire. It creates earth, which is hidden in the stem. The metal is what the fire can reshape, the metal of the day, into a new form. So this is actually an aspect of alchemy, changing shape. So, that's the choice today. We get to choose alchemy to change. So this yin fire horse is kind of warming up that yang water pig energy. It's not in a clash because it's warming. So wood is hidden, or nature, and the pig, which is not shown, hidden, the pig. So I would bring in the nature element as well. That's the healing aspects of our heart, our thoughts, our manifestations, our transformations, herbs, crystals, incense, clothing, making clothing, designing clothing out of hemp, probably nature-based things, trees, maybe you're a tree carver, nature, anything in nature, and so much more, really. Nature's really kind of where that happens. So it's time to take the energy, take that energy and take a stand to commit to your path in the future, what that looks like for you. It's no more of the old story, no more of the old path, no more of looking in that rear view mirror on the coulda, woulda, shouldas. It's time to focus forward, beam into that, be heart-centric, and focus on your goal. Because this energy is focused, it's direct, it's the absolute energy of light, the absolute light, yes. What's shifting is the emotional state of energy, where we are in this magical sphere of actually staying on target to move into a future that actually resonates with our beacon, our God channel, our heart space. So it's time to get into the flow with zero. You're in neutrality, zero alert signals. So it's this natural organic flow. It's heart-centric, and the goal to move forward and committing to the feelings we get that are also in our heart. So with the shift in our energetic field, the emotional field, meditate on the feelings and flow with the ones that really feel juicy. It's not the actual commitment. This is like a focal point, like what you're beaconing in on. Like if you had light ray eyes, right? The rays. But the unseen sphere, that's kind of a shield protecting the juice. So we need to have a sphere of protection, a gatekeeper, even an otherworldly being that's guarding our juice. Could be an animal, could be lots of things, different totems. But when we have in our sphere an aspect of this juice that's protected from all of those outside influencers then our heart is really in alignment with what we're creating, manifesting, and collaborating. So we're upcycling so much more. So it just feels juicy and it's exciting to create, with a dash of passion to take it to the future light, to beacon it out. So our heart is the signal, the queen or the Wonder Woman inside of us. And the heart needs to be excited for all of this to actually manifest, like be in alignment. So if you do things without your heart, feeling safe, committed, then it really is a feel safe. So the juice is could go rancid, really. So our heart really should be so juicy that it's really overflowing with the juice. So this is juicy stuff. So there's no feelings that are icky or rancid or dry or bland. You feel when things are truly juicy, and you can't see, you can't see when the wind blows, but you can feel it. That's the kind of energy I'm talking about. Or recognize it when the leaves are blowing or the tree limbs are swaying. That's the feelings. That's the sensation of juicy. It can't be seen, but it can be felt. So whatever is your juice, for me, it's a future lifestyle that resonates with my heart center, a shift in my daily reality, inside and out. I think I'm going to reorganize my garage and my little studio. But it's this inside feeling of calmness, of being centered, and knowing that the decision is in that sensation. On the serving plate, the ingredients, the plate, the serving platter, this creativity, it's this magnificent spice or otherworldly spice. It's just super juiced with excitement and also enthusiasm. And also on the other side of the coin, it's like we devote our energy into the long run, not the short, not to the short day-to-day stuff. So it's upcycling our beliefs and our thoughts and performing to this like futuristic, otherworldly, downloading, beacon of prime directive energy, really. Ultimately, we feel into the future and we flow into, or we go with the choices of what our heart juices us up and opens us up as well. So it really is a day to take the time and the space and, ask yourself, how much time do you need? How much space do you need for this upcycling commitment? Because if you're not committed to your heart space, that it's not going to be a feel safe. It's just at the stage of feeling what you can feel safe and what you're feeling like you could open up to. So we're kind of at the proposal. We're not at the action phase of the proposal. We're proposing to ourselves. So we might have to bring up the drawbridge as we meditate and take the time and feel into the space and also be in the juice. So seriously, kind of get ready to create a ritual. I am doing that myself. That really feels so much like you're in a spirit conversation and you get the feeling that you are literally in divine otherworldly connection, and it lights up the being that resides within you, where you are no longer looking into that past rear view mirror. It's like it's over. The cords have been sliced. Not before you brought in the new streams, the futuristic streams, the upcycled juicy stuff, however, but it's slicing and dicing away what's no longer. It's the done and the done, snip, snip. So our mind is getting these signals, the intuition signals, the greatest light beacon ever from the higher states of consciousness, or the higher mind. Higher mind, middle mind, lower mind. Higher mind is where we're beaconing. So it's almost as if you are having this direct conversation with God, universe, goddess herself. Even our feelings are in that frequency of riding that wave. So we have our third eye online with the portal, along with the sacral and the throat. So we have some pretty juicy options here. We have verbal intuition, communication, along with our vision center, our empathetic channel. I mean, that's a lot of juice just in itself. So we could vom it in, hum it in, or om it in. I prefer the sound of silence, or just do all the above. Bring in silvery white light, silverly. I almost said slivery. Silvery, like a sword, slivery. White light down through our third eye, release it out the back side. Then do the same color through each of the centers, the throat and the sacral. So, and then start the seed sounds after you've primed your energetic centers. So that is like silvery white light in and through the third eye. So you breathe it in, hold it for a count of 3, exhale through the back. Inhale, silvery light through the throat, hold for a count of 3, exhale, repeat. And then do the Om channeling, the Ham channeling, Ham, and then the Vam. Yeah, to cleanse them all out. Now, for fun, I actually have the stone of the day, which I went with moonstone of all things. I cracked myself up. But the moonstone, this is all about it's feminine energy, it's new beginnings, and we are like really entering this. So really anything that doesn't fit your new essence, like you're going to be birthed new, like throw that in the fire tonight. I don't even care how big your fire is. However, this moonstone is new beginnings. It's like this great glowing anchor of the sky, and the magic of the moonstone enchants us with its bright feminine energy. It's tide like tug, it's pulling, and it's promising of like these cyclical changes. So for centuries, the moon has been the symbol of the goddess spirit, hanging like this orb above our head, sometimes a slip of light, you know, other times fat and just full of harvest. And in this case, this baby's going to be a bounty of shimmering, I'm going to call her the Joy Love Club of just juiciness, big orange juice, galactic red, vibrant goddess in the sky. However, the moonstone captures all of this magic and so much more. And it's as if minerals literally shot through light beams and created this milky sheen known as adolescence. I probably jobbed that word, but it's this orthoclase stone, also known, you know, as a different minerals, but it's been sourced from all over the globe, from the tea terrace of Sri Lanka to the whimsical shores of Madagascar, the aurora lands of Norway, and the vast expanse of Australia. So just like the moon hangs in our sky, the moonstone has been around for many seasonal shifts. In India, the moonstone has a long history of being a tool used to bring divine wisdom and skills of clairvoyance to the table. In ancient Rome, the Romans believed that this pearly sheen of moonstone was a shard of solid moonlight. So it was said that those who glanced into the stone could see the goddess Diana, and that's this pearly talisman would bring love and fortune to whoever wore it. And then as Europe entered the art period, the moonstone once again kind of spun its magic, and the stone saw a new flight of flourish as it became the centerpiece for jewelry and transcendent pieces. So the swinging 60s also saw the moonstone to be celebrated once again, especially as a spiritual tool for healing. And even now in our modernity, the moonstone hasn't lost the connection with being a special amulet to drive our wellness into new realms. There's a variety of different kinds of moonstones, different colors. So it just kind of depends which one you're gravitating to. Obviously, color has different frequencies and vibrations. But the white one, it's the clearest white. This captures the hope and the promise of like for the new moon. So the stone's this magnifier of emotions. But in a way, it does it in a way that doesn't kind of compromise our balance. And the peach moonstone or yellow, that lights up the dark and washes away our fears and anxiety. The rainbow moonstone, that's a cosmic connector. So it's like this ever-ready battery bunny that lands this hand for like lucid dreaming and sweet clarity. It's it has all the prisms of light and psychic protection. So if you need that, I would totally go for that. Gray moonstone, you know, that's more of the more mystic styles. It's all about pulling back the veil so we can see and peer beyond the periphery, which, you know, that's a thing. The cat's eye, I'm not going to go through all of these, by the way, but they're super cool. The cat's eye actually welcomes the ebb and the flow of the yin and the yang. It's all about seeing patterns, letting go, and sitting in softened states of awareness. Healing properties. So it's, you know, it delights in the divine feminine, find your good fortune, and say yes to deeper levels of crystal healing with the power of the moonstone. So it's got this kaleidoscope crystal, and it loves to bring light into our lives. And just like the cosmic rock, you know, that hangs in the sky, the moonstone, it's really connected to all of our emotion, the turns of the tide, the light and the dark, the depths of our own soul. So these healing powers kind of cross from the spiritual to the physical. And there's just a variety of ways that it can really bring back emotional balance. So being so linked to the goddess energy and the divine feminine, it's really not a surprise that for those people who suffer with like PMS, the moonstone could be your ticket to softer symptoms, better hormonal balance. It's got these powerful effects for the reproductive organs and brings our bodies into its own cycle. Even if you're struggling with fertility issues, the stone can assist to bring these issues into healthier function. Parents also, you know, they can find their strength and their power to help ease all kinds of physical discomforts associated often with pregnancy or childbearing. And if you've ever felt like you were losing your mind on a full moon, hence why I pulled this out, this is, you know, this is just a hint as to how much the moon affects our emotional balance. So the moonstone is here to shine a light through the darkness to alleviate all those feelings. So when you take a symbol of the moon and keep it on your person or in your life, it will intuitively link you to the universe and can bring all those wild hormones back into check, just ensuring that you are moving in the flow with the world outside your window. But it's also known as a stone of new beginnings. So it's like everything passes, everything changes. So the stone reminds us how important it is to embrace the cyclical nature of the seasons and not to feel or fear the turning of the page and these, you know, vibrant, potent new chapters. Rather than sink into a realm of overwhelm, it helps us to process and accept through the harmony of its natural healing powers. So, you know, it's cosmic, it's charming, it's rich with psychic abilities. It's a great connector to all of our energetic centers. And there's just something deeply spiritual about the glimmering stone, just like watching the moonbeams dance, you know, of the moon or the midnight ocean or just in the moon in general over the mountains, you know. So it instills this sense of wonder and calm. It really connects magically and beautifully with the heart center, the third eye, and the crown. The two energetic centers that really invite us to look deep within so we can see far beyond the confines of our own periphery. You know, it's like seeing the other side, the mountaintop. So these two energetic centers, when they're open and attuned, really assist us to find our place in the galactic universe and also help us to find part of the great cosmic kind of jigsaw puzzle that's swirling above our heads. I actually have 3 moonstones on my altar in my bedroom. So there is the moonstone. Oh, whoop, the wrong button. There I am. Sorry about that. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking forever, but I don't know. Am I? Yeah, I kind of am. I crack myself up. Thanks for tuning in. But the cards of the day, let's find them. There we go. So first and foremost, I pulled the glorious sun. Look at them dancing a jig. Got the sun rays coming down. I'm using it's called the Deviant Moon deck. Deviant. But the sun, this is when it starts to get fun. So we see these 2 twins, you know, they're dancing. They look like, I don't know. Yeah, the sun's coming down, definitely. But they came in as these 2 individuals, but the sun above kind of unites them as this single soul. This kind of reminds me of the Geminis, only because they're dancing and they're not really twins, but I guess they're twins. I don't know. So this is like success. It's our social relationships, friendships, engagement, happy times, pure joy. You know, it's the sun. It's bright. So the sun in our cosmic highway, this is where we light up our own cosmic personal sky, or what lights up our own cosmic soul. So depending on where your sun sign is will depend on what lights up your soul. And the house will tell where your soul gets lit up. So this tells me it's time to light up our soul, our prime directive. And then I pulled the Two of Cups. Yeah, reversed. So that's our emotions. It's also the moon. So it's the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And since we're in the season of Scorpio, we are cutting some cords with the Two of Cups. You know, this is where midnight's been kind of tempered by death, tempering. But there's a pact made between these two lovers, raising these two cups, but it's reversed, right? And they toast their bond of union, but it's upside wrong. So the toast is kind of based on false love, broken relationships, also conflicting interests. So I'm not going to be surprised if people really are cutting cords to a variety of different things, right? So this tells me there's a boundary issue also, but they're recalibrating the boundary issue. That's kind of where we're going. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this galactic full moon. There I am. And oh, wrong one. I just trying to tease you. How am I doing? Ding. Oh my gosh, I'm doing great. I'm doing amazing. Then I pulled the lovers, which is hilarious. Look at those two. So I'm thinking we're lighting up the sky, preparing for the moon with the Two of Cups in order for some waters to come in with this hypnotic moon. And we have these lovers, they're locked in this passionate hold. The moon, look at that in the background. You cannot make this shift up, right? But these two lovers, they're embraced by like this desert lake. And the moon herself is like casting that hypnotic spell. Can you see the little woo from the moon? I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but it's there. But then look at the snake down there. The snake, wee, biting them, injecting them with venom. Ow! I don't know if you can see the little dude down there. He's actually quite small, but yet he's quite poisonous. So this is like love, passion, romance, harmony, union. You know, they're definitely united with the moon even. So there's emotion. So I'm thinking we got to get our light on, connect with our feelings, get in touch with our feelings, and really get in touch with God universe and act from this heavenly realm or heavenly universe kind of space, just feeling into our intuition, getting some other worldly boundaries that are truly in line with our heart space, and just releasing the false stories, the false sun, the false emotions, you know, the lovers uniting in the end, right? So just love your creative passion, start the rituals for insight and transformation. If I can, I'll take some pictures of mine. They're always otherworldly. They're always hilarious too. But we got the good otherworldly beings assisting us here. This is truly juicy. Draw the line, get your blueprint, set your codex, you know. And last but not least, an affirmation. So it's a preset day to be in alignment to our heart's devotion. The lovers is actually you, or the lovers is myself. We are our own lover, right? Loving to yourself. The Two of Cups is us dissolving the threads that don't really fill our cup to runneth over, the juice. And the sun herself, the goddess, lights up our beacon. So this is like a fresh new soul operative. So it's time to release the struggle, the one that we often create for ourselves, and flow in and through with the juicy light, like literally shine your beacon bright. So I would affirm that I am upcycling my values and my worth, and I am committed to the outcome, whatever that is for each individual. Mine would probably be my lifestyle in general and my otherworldly tunalities. Anyways, InShalla, Ashe, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, maybe I'll hop on later at midnight. I'm kind of excited about this moon. Hope you can tell. And as always, I will see you on the other side.